What's going on here? Oh, what? Road's closed? Why is the road closed? There's nothing on the thing about the road being closed. Oh, diversion. My favourite twisty road, man. What am I going to do now? Yes, people, welcome back to another video. I'm Bash and this is Nomad Scrambler, and today we're talking all about CaliMoto. But how many times has that happened to you? How many times where you've been out for a ride on your favourite road and the road's been closed and you're like, this is the twistiest road, it's the best road ever, and now I don't know where to go and ride? Well, that's where CaliMoto comes in. And before we go any further, I just want to say that this is not sponsored by CaliMoto in any kind of way. Now, this is kind of like an honest review of CaliMoto. It's not necessarily going to be all good things, it's not going to be necessarily all bad things. However, I want to talk to you about my experiences so far of using CaliMoto for motorcycle route finding. Now, I downloaded it off of Chase on Two Wheels video about finding twisty roads and how to do so, and he recommended using CaliMoto. Now, when I first downloaded it, I was impressed by some of the features on it, i.e. the fact that you can set it to either winding roads or the twisty setting. And I mean, I feel like the twisty setting should just be the default setting, because I don't know a biker that doesn't enjoy feeling like an F-16 pilot flying through corners on their motorcycle. Couldn't really understand why it was like that, but again, the fact that it's got a twisty option and like you can avoid motorways and to go from here to Devon on just twisty roads is absolutely incredible. And for me, it works really well if you're somewhere with great signal, like where I am now, where I've got great phone signal, to the point where I can set it up now. I could ask to go on a 50-mile round trip to the south, and I want the most twisty roads. And don't get me wrong, you are going to get sections of straight roads, because it's not like it just magically builds these ultra twisty roads. There's still going to be straight sections, but you definitely do get the twisty roads where you're like, yeah, I like this, like this is feeling nice, I'm locked in. I'm feeling dialed on these turns, you know. You've definitely been there. Now, that being said, but when there's not signal, it has a hard time of kind of rerouting you. You know how like Google Maps still manages to reroute you if you go off the route for some reason. When we were in Wales, me and that 09 SP, we accidentally took a wrong turn. Happens to the best of us, people, happens to the best of us. Took a wrong turn down one of the little Welsh country lanes, and we ended up having to backtrack for like a good 5 miles while CaliMoto was trying to find some signal off my phone in order to reroute us. Obviously not ideal for when you're going on these long distance motorcycle trips where you could end up having no signal. Now, there is a way to get around that. You could use an eSIM or something with a different network that might get you some signal in that area that you're going to. But again, there's no guarantee that that is going to work. I wish there was like a way to download offline maps on CaliMoto. Now, I don't know if they're working on it. However, I do think that it could work quite well. Or better yet, a way to download the GPX file of that route so that you could import it into another map system, whether it's Google Maps, Apple Maps, or whatever it might be, because that way not only have you got the ability to create these really twisty routes and with a high level of precision create like custom waypoints of where you've reached like the end of leg 1, end of leg 2, whatever it is, but it also gives you the ability to then put it into your favorite kind of route finding app or what have you, and then rather than having to hope that you'll have signal the entire route, you can just use whatever you're used to. And sometimes as well, the directions come a bit late in CaliMoto, personally, for me at least. Doesn't necessarily make it bad at all. I still think it's really good, but there's just them features that I kind of wish were there, and they're not in it just yet. So again, not incredibly bad, but you know, there's always room for improvement, especially with apps. That would be my most requested feature. But in terms of when you're just around your local area, if you live somewhere like I do in Buckinghamshire, you can get some really nice routes to go and send twisty roads and even find some absolute hidden gems. to go and ride on the regular, and that's all I'm doing. I'm just turning dinosaurs into noise, baby. In terms of CaliMoto though, the fact that I can add those custom waypoints, and it even gives you like recommended places to stop, and it can not only give you those recommended places to stop, but it also gives you photos from people who have uploaded photos from previous rides. So like when I went to Penwhite Pass in Wales, I could upload my photos that I had, stills from my action camera that I was running on my face, in order to give people an idea of what to expect when they go and ride that route. And honestly, I think that's a really great kind of tool for those of us that are going on these long distance road trips, because it gives you like especially for me, from a content point of view, I can kind of plan that route and I can go, oh, that photo looks really good. I'd like to get like a thumbnail there, or I definitely want to ride through that. How can I go about doing it? And yeah, like easy peasy, it gives you that route almost. Not only does it give you those photos, it also gives you a load of ride data. For example, the top speed that you reached. I mean, obviously it's not going to be above 70 miles an hour, because I would never ever ride above the speed limit unless we were on a closed course. And it also gives you things like bank information. Now, I always feel like I'm leaning this bike over a lot, and the first time I used CaliMoto, I was like, I've got so much more that I can lean. Like, I'm still upright. And it almost kind of like, it humbles you to how good of a rider you actually are, because you're like, well, I could have lent that bike over a lot more on that ride, and I should have, man. So yeah, that kind of stuff, it can also make you a better rider, especially if you're riding twisty roads and you say you do the same route quite regularly, and every time you ride it, that bank angle is increasing, and your top speed's getting quicker and quicker. All of a sudden, you're becoming a better rider just through having a navigation app open. And how crazy is that? That's cool as anything, in my opinion. Not only that, it's kind of like a community-based app where you can share your rides with other people. Now, I am going to just downshift, give it a little rev so that people can hear me coming. Yeah, so personally, I think that is a really good feature, like the whole social aspect of riding. It shows you the best bike cafes, best mountain passes, best twisty roads, local attractions to go and visit. And I think those kind of features are really good, especially for, like I say, those kind of touring aspects of creating these rides. And to be honest, like, people that I know absolutely swear by CaliMoto, and I think, well, why not give it a go? You can get 2 weeks free as well, so if you are planning on going on a motorcycle trip, you can download and plan your route all for free. It's only when you go into the turn-by-turn navigation that you're gonna need to pay for that app, and even a week of it is like, I think it's £9. Now, £9 for a week, it's almost like having your own dedicated tour guide, and I think, how cool is that? So I definitely recommend CaliMoto. If you're thinking about it, at least give it a go, give it a try, see how it feels, see if it kind of fits your style, because you might have found the next best riding app for navigation on the bike. Everyone just see that I almost fell off my bag, almost put my foot down. What am I doing? Anyway, yeah, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Hopefully you've learned something about CaliMoto. If you've not tried it, go ahead, give it a go. See if it works for you. Personally, I find it to be a really good route planning app. However, like I say, I just wish those features that I've been speaking about in this video were there. Like the video if you do, subscribe if you aren't already, and ring the bell so you get notified when I post new videos. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.